Hey church, welcome. We are the body of Christ, the church. We were made for more than Sunday morning services. We're here to be equipped to go out into the world, sharing the good news of Jesus Christ with those around us. We're unashamed of the gospel. We're bold. We're confident. We were created to make an impact, to be an ambassador for Christ, to represent Jesus everywhere we go, at work, at school, at home, at the grocery store. Everywhere we go, we carry His presence with us. Everywhere we go, we bring light into darkness. Everywhere we go, we destroy the plans of the enemy with God's love and power. We are not ordinary. We are extraordinary. We are not powerless. We are powerful. His Spirit enables us. His Spirit equips us. His Spirit empowers us to do and be all we're called to be the light of the world, a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. The world needs the love that's inside us. The lost need to know there is a way, and the way is Jesus. You are His body. You are His church.
All right, so tonight we are starting a new series here at Worship Uncoiled, and it's all about kingdom work, one of our favorite topics here at Worship Uncoiled. Before we get started, or should I say as we get started, I need 3 volunteers to come up to help me with a few things here. Peyton, come on up. Sophia, come on up. And Sadie, come on up. All right, so here's going to be your guys' roles. Come on up here. Come on up here. I am simply going to hand you something. Look it over. Try to figure out what the purpose of this thing is. Okay? You can show everybody. And I will tell you what. I will hand you a mic as you try to decide what the purpose of this is. So Peyton, I'm going to give you this. All right? And Sadie, I am going to give you this right here. Look out. It's a little pointy right there on the end, and that goes with it right there. And then Sophia, I am going to give you that right there. So look them over, kind of hold them up, show everybody what you got there. Peyton, why don't you tell us what you got and tell us what you think the purpose of that is?
It's very dirty and and it looks like something you hold stuff on, like a jacket or something.
Okay, all right. So what do you think the purpose of it is?
To put on a wall.
Put on a wall. Okay, all right. Sadie, explain what you got there and tell them what you think the purpose is.
I feel that this is a dental tool.
A dental tool. Okay, all right. Sophia, what do you got there? Tell us what the purpose is.
Well, this is a drink, and I think the purpose is to drink it for refreshment.
Okay, all right. Well, go ahead and set those down. Give it up for our volunteers. Now, I will need you to come back up later for a few questions. But thank you guys for your help so far. Now, anybody else got, I know you guys know what some of these are, but anybody else got a guess as to what these possibly could be, the purpose of these could be? Anybody? Yeah, shout it out. Jacket rack, anybody else? And I got this too. Yep, it's just shout it out. Okay, all right. Anybody else? Drink, a refreshment. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the actual purpose of these things. Are you ready? All right. So let me move this back up here just a little bit. All right. So here's the purpose of these. You ready? This is a garlic planter. Yep. Here's what we do with this right here. We take it and we put it upside down and we step on it and kind of put it in the ground like that. That's why it's dirty. Yes, you got that right. And so we put it in the ground like that, and then we pull it out, and there are 4 perfectly spaced holes. And as we go down the rows, our rows of garlic are perfectly straight. All right, so garlic planter right there. Now this, you guys know what this is. This is a Sprite. It's a drink for refreshment, yes. Anybody know what this is? right here. Anybody got a guess? Brinkley knows what it is. This is a chicken blood testing kit. Don't worry, it's all clean. Don't worry, not a big deal. You didn't touch anything dirty. But we use this to blood test our chickens so that they stay healthy before they go to shows. You poke them in the wing with this little piece right here, and you gather a little blood, and then you mix it with stuff just to make sure they're healthy before the show. So, chicken blood testing kit. Now, here's why I show you this. Because tonight, I want you to know that you have a purpose. You are created with a purpose. In Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 through 10, it says this. It says, "You are saved by God's grace because of your faith. This salvation is God's gift. It's not something that you possessed. It's not something you did that you can be proud of. Instead, we are God's accomplishment, created in Christ Jesus to do good things. God planned for these good things to be the way we live our lives." Now, I love what the author is doing at this point and throughout the book of Ephesians in general. But up to this point, he has been talking about how God saved us. God chose to save us. And not only did he choose to save us, he did whatever it took to make that happen. Now, we could do a whole sermon on that, but I'm not going to do a whole sermon on that. But I can't bypass this part without saying this. No matter where you find yourself in this life, God looks at you and says, "You are so valuable. You are so worth saving." Like, it doesn't matter what mess you've made. It doesn't matter where you stand with other people. It doesn't matter what's going on in your mind and in your heart. God looks at you and he says, "Oh, you are amazing and beautiful and incredible, and I have to go save you. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to come down, scoop you up, clean you up, and have a relationship with you." And he did it. But here's what I love about what the author of Ephesians does next. God didn't just choose to save us and forget about us. He didn't choose to just save us and then just leave us in a corner somewhere collecting dust. He didn't just choose to save us and then be like, "Peace out, good luck on this earth, I'll see you in heaven." No, he chose to save us, and then he chose to have us serve a purpose, have us serve a part of this incredible story. You have a purpose in your life right now, at your age, in the year 2026. Ephesians 2, verse 10, "Instead, we are God's accomplishment, created in Christ Jesus to do good things." Some other translations for accomplishment use the word masterpiece or workmanship. And I love that God looks at you and he says, "You are mine. You are my accomplishment. You are my masterpiece. You are my workmanship." And not only are you his, but he created you. He created you to do good things. Right here, right now, you are valuable and created with this purpose of doing good things. And I love the way that the author says this. It says in the next verse, God planned for these good things to be the way we live our lives. We call these good things kingdom work. And I loved this idea that God created us and has already planned these good things for us to do in the way that we live our lives. God created you, designed you to be you. Uniquely, one of a kind you. And he placed your personality in you. He placed your likes in you. He placed the things you're passionate about inside of you. He placed everything that is a part of you with your unique passions and interests and talents, and you perfectly fit in your circles of influence with the people around you to serve a purpose. God created you with a unique purpose that is specifically designed for you. Let that sink in for just a minute. God created you with a unique purpose that is specifically designed for you. There's a reason why you are passionate about the things you're passionate about. There's a reason that you are interested in art or drawing or video games or D&D. There's a reason that you are interested in dance or schoolwork or science or math. There's a reason that you love to be creative. There's a reason that you have these specific talents placed in your life. Because God created you with a unique purpose that is just for you. All right, I need our volunteers to come back up. Come on back up here, volunteers. Come on back up here. I have 2 questions for you. I want you to hold your things up again. All right. I promise it's clean. All right. This one's not as clean, but not as gross. There you go. All right, so question. Let me grab my mic again. What was it like for you guys to try to figure out what the purpose of these was? What was that? What was going on in your head, Peyton?
Blank. I don't know.
Blank? Not sure? Okay. All right. Sadie?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Wow, it was so hard.
It was obvious for you. All right. So not sure, like you stood there and you're like, I have no idea what this is. And now I have to come up with an answer. Or this is obvious and I'm just standing up here holding a Sprite, not sure what to do. All right, so now that you know what the purpose of these is, when I said the purpose, what went through your head?
I was surprised.
You were surprised?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I was inspired to get one.
Okay, all right. Sadie?
A little disgusted because I poked my hand with it to figure out how sharp it was.
Okay, she was a little disgusted because she poked her hand with it to figure out how sharp it was. All right, anything else? No? Sophia?
Happy and thirsty.
Happy and thirsty. All right. You guys did awesome. Let's give our volunteers one more round of applause. I'll take those now. I'll take those off your hands. Thank you guys. Now, here's the thing. They stood up here and they tried to figure out what these items meant. And some of them were pretty tough. Like standing up here like, oh my goodness, what is this thing? What are these used for? Or they were obvious, standing up here being like, seriously? Like, it's a drink. It's obvious what this is used for. But no matter what you guys thought that these were used for, if these items could talk, if they were like us humans, they would be able to tell you right off the bat what their purpose was. This thing right here, she would look at you and she would say, man, I have a passion for making sure the garlic rows are perfectly straight. And every spring when I see them pop up from the ground, I think to myself, I did that. I was a part of that. That garlic is beautiful, and I had a hand in that. If this could talk, this guy would look at you and he would say, I've always had this interest in science and in chickens, and to be able to be a part of a chicken show, to be able to make sure that the birds that are in the cages as you walk through the chicken barn are healthy and are not getting each other sick, and they're not going to go home and die at the end of the week. I'm honored to be a part of that. And if this could talk, this would say, yeah, I tell you what, every time someone takes a drink and they feel refreshed, it is so encouraging to me. And one of the things that I love to do is just encourage people. And these would be able to tell you what their passions, their interests, their talents were right off the bat, even if we couldn't figure it out. Now, here's the deal. You guys know what your talents are. You know what your interests are. You know what your passions are. Some of them are a little bit more obvious to outsiders than others. Some are a little bit less obvious to outsiders. But here's what I know. I know that God created you uniquely to be you, to live your purpose. Whether it's obvious to everyone else or not, God created you to live your purpose. Our purpose is often lived out most during the small, everyday moments in our lives, while we're doing what we love and we are already passionate about. You see, as we live out our lives doing the things we already love, planting garlic, giving people refreshment, helping chickens stay healthy, we are living our purpose. You guys, so often I think it's communicated to you as students from school and from church and from the people that are around you that in order to serve your purpose, you have to go and do these massive things. But at the end of the day, kingdom work and living your purpose, and we're going to talk more about how to practically do that day in and day out next week. But at the end of the day, kingdom work is about serving the purpose that God already gifted you with. You don't have to go find something new to do. You just have to get together a group of people and play D&D. You don't have to go out and do some massive, giant thing. You just have to hop on your video game console. You don't have to go out and do something absolutely incredible. You just have to hone your skills as an athlete. You just have to perfect your art. You just have to do the things that you already love to do. And as you do those things, you gather around you groups of people that also love those things. And it's in those moments, in those relationships, that you are given the opportunity to impact people. Just by being you, you are living your purpose. And we're going to talk next week about how we impact people in the midst of those circles of influence. But God has already set you up. He's already planned for the good things for you to do to happen in your life. Just by being you. Just by living your passions. By following your interests. By gathering others around you that serve those same interests and passions. It's pretty incredible when you start to think about it, how our purpose is lived out and how God set us up for a purpose. There are parts of our lives that we often overlook. We say, well, it's just sports. It's just what I do. It's just an interest in science. It's just video games, it's just a hobby. And you know what? People would look at this and they would say, dude, refreshing somebody, that's not a purpose. That's just a hobby. That's just something that you like to do. But God created you with that hobby to serve a purpose. People would often look at this and say, dude, you're just planting garlic. What difference does that make? God created you with that interest to make a difference. And suddenly, the things that we never considered a part of our purpose on this earth become an important part of our purpose. And so here's the practical challenge tonight. We'll talk more about specifics of how to do kingdom work in the midst of our purpose next week. But my practical challenge to you is this. What part of your life is part of your purpose that maybe you never considered to be part of your purpose from God on this earth? What is God giving you that you thought, man, I never thought about that? Like, God gave that to me specifically to serve as my purpose. Each and every one of you, God is using already, and he wants to continue. Go live your purpose. Be the youiest you can possibly be. Let me pray for you. God, thank you so much for giving us purpose.